Hello, my name's Mike Roberts and I'm a member of the Professional Golfers Association. Golf is just a fantastic game. However, there is always something new that we can all learn from the game depending on the situations we find ourselves. In this DVD, I would like to talk about playing special shots, so that if you're in a bunker that has a plugged lie, or you need to hook the ball or slice the ball, that it's this tape that is going to talk about that section. This DVD is designed to complement my other DVD called the Rock Solid Technique. We will begin on the driving range, where we will prepare ourselves to warm up before we play a round of golf. I'm on the Mornington Peninsula, which is about 1 hour's drive out of Melbourne. I call it the Mecca of golf in Australia. There are so many beautiful golf courses in this region. The title for this tape is called the Rock Solid Planning Technique. If a golfer doesn't have a plan for his golf, then his golf will not get better. So my approach to teaching golf is that the more the golfer knows, the better he will play. So knowledge makes the golfer. So in order to begin for a round of golf, which we will play today, then it is better to start on the driving range, where I am at the moment. There are 3 objectives which I try to achieve on the golf driving range while I'm warming up before I play golf. The first one is that I try to feel the ball. I may have hit the ball well yesterday, but the feeling I had for it belongs to yesterday. So today I must hit some more balls so that I get a better feeling for today. The second thing I try to achieve on the driving range before I play a round of golf is that I want to get some backspin onto the ball. If I can get backspin onto the ball, then I feel that my hands are working correctly. And the last thing that I want to achieve is that I want to build up a feeling through my feet towards the target, so that once I am standing and addressing the ball and I have a good image through my feet, then I'm more confident to play the shot. I'm going to start my warm-up session with the wedge. The reason I do that is because I'm not trying to force the club beyond my rhythm. Remember, the first shots you hit on the practice fairway are the very important ones. So my first objective then is now to try and get myself square in my setup. And by square I mean that I'm standing parallel to my target line. If you want to get some more detail about the address position, or in fact the aiming, the takeaway and your grip, then I refer you to my other DVD called the Rock Solid Technique. But for the warm-up session for today, what I'm reminding you is that the bottom of my club is square with the target, and then I get my feet parallel to the target through my club face. So the first thing I do is aim the club face at the target. Now I get my feet square to the club face and to the target. Now that I've got my club at the target, and I'm happy that my feet are square to the club, and also I must make sure that I'm not standing too far forward or too far behind the ball. The club is sitting between my feet, is aimed between my feet. The ball is ever so slightly further forward. The next thing I do is I go left of my fly with the shaft and with my hands, so that I create one line through the shaft and my arm, because the center of my swing is just off my left shoulder. Therefore my hands need to be slightly ahead of the ball. The last thing I'm doing is making sure that my right shoulder sits above my right shoe. In order to do that, I must make this waist movement from my waist, because one hand being lower on the shaft, therefore one shoulder should also be lower. And remember, I have no feeling for these balls just at the moment, so I must listen, if you like. So I've done my address position. The second thing I want to do is now build up a feeling for the ball. And if you can hold your follow through, you'll find that your golf overall will automatically become better. in your follow-through position, you are demonstrating your balance and also your rhythm for your golf for every club. Once again, club face, feet, checking all these things. It's a very mechanical process. Now, the last objective that I try and achieve while I'm warming up on the practice fairway is that I want to put some backspin on the ball. In order to achieve backspin, you need the ball to come quickly back up the club face. And this will do two things. It will make the ball to stop quickly when it lands, but also while it's traveling through the air, it will fly in a true manner. And the second thing that you will achieve is that the loft of this club, which is a wedge, will be correct for this wedge, and also for all the other clubs you play, you will get the correct loft, providing your hands are ahead of the ball while you are hitting the ball. And this is what will create the backspin. When I begin my address position, my hands are slightly in front, except for the driver. Then, because my hands are slightly in front, then I will cause the ball to come back up the club face. I will get the correct loft for the club that I've chosen, and I will also get the necessary backspin on the club. So in my next shot, I'll be trying now to be thinking of the backspin, which means I will be trying to get my hands ahead of the ball while I'm hitting it. These balls are going quite well. I'm still paying attention to my three objectives. First one, make sure I'm aimed correctly. Second one, try and get a feeling for the target through my feet. And the last one, I'm watching how the ball lands. So when I'm hitting golf balls on the practice fairway, I'm not just watching balls go away. It's important when they land that they actually stop. So I have a good feel for the 5-iron. Now I'm going to move to a 3-iron, because on this golf course there are some long holes where I will need either the 3-iron or my fairway wood, depending on which way the wind is blowing. The 3-iron is a little further forward again than the middle. If I show you on the ground now, I would put my club in the middle of my feet. For a short iron, I have the club in the middle, the ball in the middle. For the 5-iron here, the 3-iron there, and my woods will be out here, off the left foot. The longer the shaft, the more it lends itself that the ball will be further forward. Now the last thing I want to do is to hit some drivers.
Okay.
When you're using the driver, the rule of thumb for the height of the tee is that the ball should sit a half a ball above the club. So when I put my driver down on the ground here, then you can see the ball is half a ball above the head of the club. Once again, with my address position, I make sure, in a mechanical way, I make sure that the ball is off my left foot. Hands are up, again, a straight line through my arm and through my shaft so that the center of my swing is remaining off my left shoulder. So to conclude this session on the driving range before I go onto the golf course and play, I'm just going to finish with some soft wedges. The important part here is to build on the work that we have already done in the warm-up. Short swing. Last ball. And now what we will do is go to the chipping green and play some chip shots to a flag.